Hey everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's topic I'm going to be talking about is It's Time to Listen. Now I know one of my charities that I belong to, I'm not going to say any names, uses that as a slogan. Now, I'm choosing it as a topic of one of my videos because we need to stand up and be heard, you know? I know it can be rough to tell people what we need in life, especially those of us who have autism or Asperger's. It's hard enough for us to think of what we need to say and say it, you know? It's real tough to do that because, I know I have a hard time coming up with things to say, but we need to be heard, Now, we need to be heard because if we don't stand up to ourselves and we don't talk and people don't listen, then we're not going to get the help that we need, or the things that we request, Now, I have written a letter to the President of the United States, Barack Obama, earlier this year, asking him for help and asking him to help individuals with autism and Asperger's, whether they're children or adults or high functioning or low functioning, and whether they got diagnosed as an adult or if they were a kid, We all need to help, And I was writing him that letter because I feel that we need to help. We need the resources out there available to us. We need the services out there to help us. And we need help, Sometimes we need help. There's a lot of us on the spectrum that need help, and we're not getting our fair share of the help. I stand up and speak because we need our fair share of help, I have also written a letter to Governor Rick Scott of Florida, Senators Bill Nelson and Marco Rubio of Florida, and I've also written to a few congressmen in Florida. I got a reply back from Rick Scott, the governor, and he just gave me programs and addresses and phone numbers. He didn't really help me out. I understand that some of those programs are out there, but I've tried those programs, and some of them don't help people with Asperger's. They only help people with autism. And there should be help for everybody that's on the spectrum, And then Senator Bill Nelson, I got a reply back from him saying that he talks about Social Security and Medicaid, And that's all he talks about. He doesn't talk about this other helps and services and support for people with autism and Asperger's, And I felt let down because of that reply, And I haven't heard back from the President of the United States yet, but I'm hoping to someday. And I'm hoping that he's willing to help out, Because we need more services and more support for people that are on the spectrum. We need to be heard. I go on Facebook almost every day. And if I see something that relates to autism awareness or advocacy or Asperger's advocacy or Asperger's awareness, I try to share it on my Facebook wall, because I want to spread awareness for autism and Asperger's, and no matter how old you are, everybody deserves to have the services. Once children become adults that are on the spectrum, the truth is, they lose their services, some of them, and nobody should be losing the services. As you grow up, they become adults and they need help. You know, autism doesn't stop at 21 or 18 or whatever. Autism and Asperger's continue on for the rest of somebody else's life. You know, that's real hard to deal with it. It's real hard to deal with. We need the help and support for everybody that's on the spectrum, no matter what age they are. And I feel that there's not enough help in the state level or federal level or whatever level. And we need the help and support. Because if we don't get the help and support from our government, then we're stranded and we lose all faith. You know, I tried getting help and it hasn't been working out. You know, I feel some people treat Asperger's as a normal thing, and it's not a normal thing. You know, and this is something you can't get. You know, I feel not enough people are getting the help and support that they need. You know, I have friends also who are struggling in their lives, and they need help as well. I'm not going to say any names, but you know, we need the help. Well, I know there's other charities and other disabilities that need help as well, and I respect that, but we also need help for autism and Asperger's, and we need to get the help. We need, well, not only autism and Asperger's, but we need to get help for people that have Down syndrome and other mental disabilities, you know, because we can't show our disability on the outside. We can only show it in the inside. And people don't recognize that. And people cannot see the inside. Well, I know what I talk about when I talk about not the outside, not the skin, and not the face, and not the arms and legs and all that. And I'm not talking about the inside where the heart is and in the stomach and the brain, you know. I'm talking about inside. Inside our soul, you know. We need the help. You know. We might act that we have autism or Asperger's. And some people might think we're smart, that we don't need the help. But yet, you know, we slack in communication. We slack in face to face. You know, we slack in normal conversations, social conversations. We slack in that. Sometimes, and we also have, some of us are on the spectrum, have a hard time making eye contact. You know, we need help. We need everybody to be heard and listened to. You know, we need help and we need support. And if we don't fight or stand up to get those services that we need, then we're not going to get them. You know? I can only do so much for myself here. And I can only do so much for other people as well, but you need to help fight in this too. You know? So, I'll talk to you guys all later. And please, make sure you go and get the request the help you need. And try to stand up for it, you know?